I mean, it's a global reset altogether. Everything's going back to the way it was, dude. I'm back at Seasons Pizza. Back
Dude,
in black.
I saw that. I saw that on your Instagram story.
Mm-hmm. I was, you know, I still to this
Dude,
day.
you're in a rock and a hard place, bro.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do, and everybody's in the same boat. I still to this day have not been able to get in contact with the unemployment agency. As we talked about last week, I can't file online because of my self-employed situation, so I have to go through somebody. Mm-hmm. And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really tried that much this week, but I've just every now and then I'll randomly try to throw them a call because I'm not gonna sit by my phone all fucking day, every day. I sent them a couple emails. When I sent the email 2 weeks ago, they were like, we'll return your email in 48 hours. They send like an auto response thing. And then when I sent an email this week, I noticed that they changed that to just be like, we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Because they obviously can't uphold the 48-hour thing anymore, which is fine. But understandable. But I just think it's funny that they like went out of their way to update that, but still haven't done anything to update the actual site so people can file online. But hey, what are you going to fucking do?
Yeah.
Yeah. So instead of fucking waiting around all week to have somebody send me a measly $600 check, which is what they're offering for unemployment benefits for self-employed people, my brother came home and he was like, dude, Matt wanted to know if you were serious about maybe driving there again because they need drivers. Because 2 weeks ago when I was talking about it, when this whole thing first happened, I think they were worried about not being able to have enough shifts at there. So I didn't want to like go in there and be like, yo, Matt, can I get some shifts? Because obviously their main priority is going to be to fucking give shifts to the people that already actually work there, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
But apparently,
I'm sure their business is fucking booming.
Oh, dude, it really is. It's
delivery,
crazy.
And it's like $6 medium pizzas, bro. Come on.
Oh, yeah, it's fucking
crazy. That's like
crazy.
A quarantine meal.
I'm amazed that they're able to somehow bypass the whole essential thing because, like, every other restaurant that I see is closed. Like, Subway's closed.
Yeah, but every delivery place is still open.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I mean, dude, every pizza place, there's like Domino's is still open. Fucking Papa John's, all that shit's still open.
See, that's interesting because there are certain places like Fodat Tan, which is, I know for a fact that they don't deliver because I've tried to ask and they said no. But
actually somehow Alex got delivery from there one time. Like when we were at when I was living at Alex's place.
Oh. I think
he
with
got
those
it delivered
types
sometime. I don't know
I
how.
think with those types of places,
maybe like Postmates or something.
I think it's usually a situation where they're like, yo, you know, we're not getting any orders today. Can one of our fucking random ass cooks just drive this out to this dude who lives a block away and just like, you know.
Yeah, true.
That's how Kathmandu Kitchen is. Like, I'll literally call delivery.
But you're a fucking block away. They should do it to you.
Yeah, but she didn't give me a chance to tell her where I was. As soon as I said delivery, she was like, no delivery, pickup only. And I was like, you didn't give me a chance to tell you where I live. Did I live across the street? You can't just walk it over? Damn. So, like, but I bet now, I mean, like, if I were a business, I'd be like, yo, if you're telling me all I have to do to stay open is have delivery, I'd fucking just hire some fucking drivers or just carry shit out myself, you know? But I did notice my first shift at Seasons was yesterday, and there was just something off. It was fun, it was cool, and like I made good money because, like I said, like they're booming because everybody's getting delivery. I mean, they're not booming, but they're doing fine. You know, they're doing just as well as I remember. Like they get busy and stuff like that. And I was like, something's off. And I went home and talked to Dom. I was like, what's up with? And he was like, blah blah blah. And I was like, you know what I think it is? There's no Nepalese people there anymore. All the delivery drivers were like these Nepalese guys. There was like Raju, Rajendra. Apparently, they were all made to not work during this quarantine by their wives. So all their wives, they're all like a family unit type of thing. I don't know how their culture works. But like all their wives are like, you are not working. And so like all the Nepalese drivers, which is like primarily their driving staff at Seasons, are just fucking not allowed to work by their wives.
Dude,
and
no wonder they need fucking drivers.
Yeah, so that's why, like, Dom came home the other night and was like, yo, Matt wanted to know if you were actually serious about the whole driving thing. And I was like, yeah, I just didn't want to ask because I didn't want to infringe on the people that work there. And he was like, no, we need drivers. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude, sign me up. I fucking texted Matt. I was like, yo, Dom tells me you're looking for drivers. I'm down. And he was like, yeah, sure, apply online. And I was like, are you fucking with me? And he was like, no, like, I need you to apply online so I have your social and shit like that, get you on the payroll. I was like, whatever, man, fuck you. So then I fucking did that. I took like a fucking test for references. I was like, you, dude, you're my fucking reference. Matt and Pete, call yourself. You know me for fucking 10 years. And so I worked the very next day and made good money. And, you know, Sean called me up today, my friend Sean, who was the insurance adjuster and stuff like that. And obviously they're all shut down. Nobody wants to have people come in and out of their fucking house to do claims and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
So he's out of work and he was like, blah, blah, blah. I was like, dude, he texted me. He was like, yo, are you working at Seasons again? And I was like, yeah, dude. He was like, yo, blah, blah. We talked on the phone for like 20 minutes and he texted Matt and now he's working there again. I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
dude, it's the fucking reset, bro. Like everything is going back to basics. It's fucking awesome.
Damn.
It's cool, and like I feel so much better now because I don't even count the money I make on these shifts, dude. I'm just happy that some type of income is coming in.
Yeah,
it's so
exactly.
stressful to just be fucking sitting on your ass for 3 weeks at this point with no income stream whatsoever and just watching your bank account just go down and down and down and sitting there being like, okay, how much longer can I fucking do this? When the fuck is this check coming in? And even when it does, it's not going to be enough. So I'm going to need to do something. And so now I have this. And I feel very blessed to have a relationship like that with someone who's able to put me in a position of you know, being able to do something about it, you know, which is why I always stress that I think the most important aspect of life is just being a good dude. Because the fact that I didn't burn those bridges and the fact, you know, I've worked in the service industry for a long time before I did music, and I knew so many people that they would, you know, they'd put in their 2 weeks and then just not show up the last week and just stop and just basically give like a big middle finger to a place that they've worked for like years, you know, and then they go out and get their
has been like affording them their lifestyle for
exactly
however long they abused that.
And then they get their fucking, you know, they work in a server and then they get their quote unquote real job, you know, and then they go, fuck this place, dude. I'm fucking out of here, dude. I'm fucking good. And, you know, I've seen so many of them, the ones who were smart enough to not burn those bridges, come back after 6 months because they realize, shit, I'm making less money at this dumbass desk job as opposed to straight cash tips and shit like that. And I fucking hate it. And then even the people that do leave, like, you know, this shit happens, stuff that you can't plan for. And now the thing that I've been making a living doing for the past 3 years is not available to do. But because I maintain that relationship, that's always one phone call away. And it's a beautiful fucking thing. And that wouldn't have been the case if I was a fucking dick, you know? So don't be a fucking dick because you never know what's going to happen. This is the kind of shit, this is, like I said, we were talking about last week, dude. This is one of those moments in history, moments in life that proves that. So, but yeah, it's chill, dude. I like driving. I wasn't a driver 4 seasons when I was working. I was like a bartender, manager, everything else.
You were a driver for Owings Mills for a little bit.
For like a month, which wasn't quite as cool because like I didn't really know anybody there.
Yeah.
And also I wasn't as familiar with the area, so it was like much more stressful. Just trying to get around and not knowing like what roads to take to get places. Like I started to figure it out after a month, but like for the most part, it was just, dude, delivery driving is a different level of stress because you're not only dealing with like being behind, but you're dealing with traffic. So it's like running late for your job 60 times a day.
Oh, dude, right now it's probably fucking plush, though. No one's out.
That's what I'm saying. Right now is perfect because, A, I'm in Towson, so I know, like, half the times I get an address, I'm like, I don't even need to pull it up on my phone. I just go like, fuck it, I know how to get to fucking 530 Brook Road. Easy money. And so I fucking drive. There's no traffic. Dude, I'm fucking whipping. I almost flipped my car yesterday delivering a fucking chicken Caesar sandwich to fucking Hampton Lane. Like, and there were these, I was like, I was like cracking up because I was like, holy shit. I'm fucking flying down Hampton Lane at like 2 to 3 p.m. fucking delivering this Caesar wrap, and I turn on a gypsy lane off of that road, and there's these 2 people in this corner house just on their porch on lounge chairs drinking, and they just hear my car go skirt, fucking pulling up and just flying down the road, and I just see them drinking beers and looking at me like, what the fuck
fucking
is this?
Raising their glass like, hey.
Cheers, brother. I was like, hell yeah, dude. Like, dude, this delivery is not that serious, but I'm fucking out here just fucking listening to talk radio, fucking flying, dude.
You're fucking whipping to talk radio. It's not even like some like turned up music or anything. Yeah. You got fucking C4 in the background. Now Governor Larry Hogan.
I thought, like, dude, I have to be, if they were tracking cars that are listening to this station right now, I have to be going the fastest of any car. I wish they had that. Like, of all the people listening, first of all, I'm definitely the youngest. I'm definitely going the fucking fastest, dude. And I'm definitely the only pizza delivery guy. For
That's
sure.
so fucking sick, dude.
It's dope, dude.
I'm fucking jealous.
It's just like it's kind of chill because I don't mind driving around in Towson. And like people are taking it like really fucking seriously. Like there's a lot of people that I've walked up to their house and they're like through the door, they're like, just leave it on the porch. Just leave it on the porch. And I'm like,
yeah, I bet.
All right, bro. And stuff like that. But everybody's tipping big too. People are fucking going ham on the tips.
Yeah, man.
Like,
They're not going out to bars. They got so much fucking extra money.
mm-hmm.
Like regular ass people who are still buying food delivery, they like can't give their money away fast enough. They're fucking subbing to like 20 OnlyFans accounts. They're fucking because dude, they can't go out and buy like $10 fucking vodka tonics anymore.
Exactly. It's like, dude, I'm saving so much money by making my own gin that I got
exactly,
all this
dude.
extra fucking guap to spend.
So did you pay? You paid rent, I assume, right?
Yeah.
I paid rent too. Yeah. I feel like I think I was saying this last week too, where I'm like in a good situation where I'm like I'm already paying pretty low rent, so I don't want to be like rent strike. I'm not paying anything. Fuck the owners of property.
Yeah,
but it's like no, I know my landlord, and she's like such a nice lady, and she does like a lot of good for Hamden and the community, and it's like no, I'm gonna give her my rent money.
and that goes back to the principle earlier that one of the first things we talked about, which goes back to like what I was talking about with Seasons Pizza, is being a good dude. Because in the same way that somebody might get a better job and say a big middle finger to their previous employer and fucking not show up to their last couple shifts and blow them off and leave them hanging and screw them over. People look at like, okay, well, it's not legal to evict somebody right now. By law in Maryland, you can't evict somebody. But that doesn't mean that when this shit is all over and your landlord hits you up, you're going to get fucking evicted. People they don't think in long terms. They just think like, oh, here's what is most beneficial to me right now. And right now, I'm just going to fuck over my landlord and not give him shit because, you can't evict me. And then as soon as this is over, your ass is grass, bro. You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
So pay your goddamn rent. Pay your goddamn rent. I didn't want to. Nobody wants to. I never want to. Even when I'm making money, I don't want to.
I definitely feel for people who like are, living in different cities though. Like if you live in like New York or LA and your rent is like out of the ass and you're already working like 2 or 3 jobs just to afford it and now you can't even work because shit's shut down. I totally understand the rent strike in that regard, but I don't know.
And again, that all comes down to the human element. It's like, as long as you look, at the end of the day, what people are really looking for is a willingness to come to an agreement. If you're in a dispute with somebody and let's say you owe them $10,000, if you can just come to them and be like, hey, dude, listen, I don't have $10,000. I can pay you $1,000 a month for the next 10 months. Or I can do this, or I can do that. If you get caught if you get audited and get fucked over by the IRS, people don't go to jail for just, I mean, as far as I know, you don't just go to jail for fucking just getting caught not paying taxes. You have to really be going out of your way to fuck over the government to the point where even when they catch you, you still try to avoid shit and tax evasion and shit like that. And it's like, as long as you're showing a willingness, if you contact your landlord and say, hey, like if you're one of those people in a situation where you don't have the money to pay your rent, and let's say you're living in Maryland, because there's probably plenty of people that can't afford their rent in Maryland because they had a really nice job and they were living in fucking Harbor East and they're not able to pay their fucking Harbor View apartment off of unemployment, so maybe they're not able. But if you contact your landlord and you say, hey, look, I want to pay this rent. I just understandably don't have it, but here's what I can do. And what I can do is give you X amount of dollars over the course of this long, and can we work something out? Can we make an agreement? At that point, you've done everything you can, because if you don't have the money, you don't have it. You know,
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do. You can't make money. You can't. I mean, you can't fucking just make money magically appear to give it to somebody. If you don't have it, you don't have it. But as long as you're showing a willingness to come to some sort of like solution, at that point, if your landlord still decides to evict you after everything is said and done, then that's on them. Because at that point, then they're being a dick.
Yeah, for
what
sure.
What I'm saying is, if your whole game plan is to just say "fuck you," I'm not giving you shit, and I'm gonna ignore your calls, and I'm gonna ignore your texts, and I'm gonna fucking completely act like you don't exist because you can't technically do shit about it until this whole thing is over with, then you're in the wrong. But if you go out of your way to try to make a solution to the problem, then if the landlord still decides to fuck you over and give you the boot after that, then they're in the wrong. And once again, it's all about, you know, doing the best you can. So be a good fucking person. If you can't pay your rent, talk to people, and then just always put yourself in a position where you're the person who did everything you could. And at that point, if you've done everything you could and somebody else still decided to fuck you over, then you can at least sleep at night on your fucking sidewalk out when you're homeless and know that you're a good fucking dude. And that shit's gonna come back around at some point in life and you're gonna be fine and they fucking won't.